Hey, free mind, you crazy for this. Soulful. It's like our responsibility to make us feel something. You know, to make people feel what we feeling. Hey, yo.
Reggie here, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. This is Comics Today, a show that we do on Wednesday to celebrate the best day of the week, that being New Comic Book Day. And I do believe that this is our 101st show that we've done, kind of, sort of, consecutively, not really, but almost always on Wednesday, except for maybe once or twice. But I definitely want to welcome everybody. Happy holidays to everyone that is out there. Christmas is right around the corner. My children are excited. If you have children, you can probably know exactly where I'm coming from. My boy's birthday is tomorrow, so we get a double whammy. His birthday tomorrow, followed by Christmas, and my daughter's birthday is in February. So I am extremely poor during this time of the year, but it is a wonderful time of the year, no doubt about it. We just returned yesterday from Great Wolf Lodge. I don't know how Great Wolf Lodges are in other parts of the country, but the one we went to was disgusting. It was not good. The children absolutely had a blast, which at the end of the day is what it is all about. It is not necessarily about the comforts of the parents. But this is a show that we do on Wednesday to celebrate the best day of the week, that being New Comic Book Day. And I'm going to go to the chat here in a hot second to see what comics you all may have picked up. And let's say that you picked up a really awesome comic and you had a chance to read that comic, and that comic is really good. I want to know what that comic is. That way, people out there can prioritize actually reading that book, because as I've mentioned, people are always looking for something good to read. So I definitely want to know that. If you want to shout out your LCS, feel free to do that. And if you have a book that is not a new comic book, but is a new to you comic book that you just picked up that you are excited about, shout that out in the comment section so that we can celebrate with you. If this happens to be one of your first live streams ever, let us know that as well. That way the Giving Gang, Comic Book Swoldiers, the Blue Wrenches can welcome you properly. And over the course of this show, we are going to give away some stuff. We're going to give away some stuff. So I'm going to need some assistance from the Blue Wrenches that are out there in the live stream. Tina, you're a nut. My LCS is Regie Collects. You are a nut. Tina, it is always good to see you. Jason is on the board. He says, I read Batman versus Robin #4 today, and it was great. That is what's up. I had people asking me, and I answered this in the last show that we did. Somebody was like, do you still read your comics? I'm like, yes, I still read. I try to read a couple of comics every single day. Sometimes the schedule gets in the way, so it's more or less, but I regularly read all of my comics. Malloy, welcome. The name got away from me. Wow, I went to go click and it disappeared. Happy holidays to you, my friend. Scarecrow, how you doing? He picked up Batman versus Spawn #1. It says it looks epic. I was actually at an LCS the other day. Went to an LCS yesterday. We were at Great Wolf Lodge in Concord, North Carolina. There was an LCS like literally in front of the hotel. I went there and they had all of the, well, not all of, but they had a lot of the Batman Spawn variants out on display. DJ Lynx is in the house. How you doing, brother? I voted for you earlier today, DJ Lynx. Someone sent me a link earlier today. There is another awards that's going around, the Izzy Awards or something like that. The guy behind the awards sent me a link saying that I was nominated. I looked through it and I saw your name, DJ Lynx. I actually voted for you on those awards. Fingers crossed for you, my brother. Clyde, how you doing? Picked up the George Perez cover. That's what's up, Clyde. It is always good to see you, even with your pressing issues. Scrolling down through some of the comments here. Turbo Todd's in the house. He says, no LCS shopping today. I get it, brother. Danger, how you doing, brother? New to you, ASM 347 9.8, all-time favorite Venom cover and story. It's been a long time, he says. Been a long time waiting, but the price is right, brother. The prices are right for a lot of people. A lot of people say prices will continue to drop. But if there's a book out there that you've been waiting for, that you've always wanted, that you've been priced out of, and you have the money and the ability, there's nothing wrong with picking up a book, right? Maybe prices will go down. Who the heck knows what the future holds? But if the price is right and it's a book you really want, you're in a good position to be able to do it. Do what you got to do. Congratulations to you, brother. ASM 347, 9.8. That's what's up. And truthfully, let's say that book dropped another $25. Would you really care? Would you really care? 50 bucks? Would you really care? Let's be honest. You would not. All right, grabs ASM mini #1 from the LCS Eyes. That's what's up. How you doing, brother? Just read an old comic, that being Micronauts #1 for the first time. I read it, haven't read it since I was a kid. There is something great there was something great about going back to read comics that you read as a kid, or that you just never read, but they're old books. There is something magical about that. And sometimes the stories that you read as a kid hold up, and there are still wonderful stories as an adult. There's others that don't necessarily hold up. But as I mentioned in the last live stream, I am constantly reading a bunch of old stuff that maybe I should have read before, but just never knew about or never got around to reading. But there's just a wonderful amount of content out there for people to be able to read and enjoy. Steve White, how you doing, brother? He says, went to his LCS comic book addiction and picked up 14 books, including Chroma #2. Woo, sweet Christmas, $7.99. Is it square bound? I actually have a large stack of books across the room, and half of them here from Skybound. They sent me a bunch of books, and some of the Chroma books and some of the other books they sent me were actually square bound. That might be why that one is $7.99. Chroma's a good read, man. Chroma is a good read, no doubt about it. Ma Colts, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Oh, well, we just got some good information. All right, good. Just picked up ASM 252 and Star Wars #1 from 1977. Not a new book at all, but a new to you couple of books. Congrats to you, brother. Mark, how you doing? ASM 347 is the best cover, he says. That's what's up. Scrolling through the comments here. Herman, how you doing, brother? He said he picked up Something is Killing the Children, issue #27, Black Panther 12 in Wakanda. Wakanda issue #3. That's what's up. Kevin, how you doing, brother? Just picked up Marvel double feature #7, Cap Annual 6, Cap and Movie Special. Says he just finished reading Cap Sentinel of Liberty #1. Kevin Wheeler, was it you, sir? Was it you that sent me the message about the error that is on the Sentinel of Liberty issue #1? I think that there is an error with that book. I cannot remember if it was you or somebody else that alerted me to that error. But you may have noticed right on the cover, I think it's the wrong word. I can't remember what it was. It's not Sentinel, but maybe symbol of Liberty. Something was awry with that cover. Kingpin Comics is in the house. How you doing, brother? Steve White says, Vanish #4 looks awesome, just like a Conan cover. Where is Matt Woods? Cheers to everybody out there. We have now defined that Matt Woods, his name is a drinking game, which is incredibly hilarious because he does not drink. But as a result of some things that happened earlier today, James Cameron now has a special meaning behind it. And I'm not certain whether the Matt Woods leads to James Cameron or James Cameron is the result of Matt Woods. It's like a chicken or an egg kind of thing. And if you do not know what I'm talking about, you need to get on Instagram or follow Discord. Go to the Discord server. If you're not into Instagram, in social media, the stuff that I post up on Instagram gets sucked into the Discord server. Joining Discord is free. Black Comic Lords is in the house. How you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Scrolling down. Merry Christmas to everybody up in here. Go for Toys. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Scrolling. New to you book. The Rook is New Mutants 98, just came back, a 9.8. Congratulations to you, brother. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Solid book, no doubt about it. Picked up Marvel Premiere #1, 7.5 for $250 at the LCS. Kevin is on the board. That's what's up. Bulldog's in the house. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Scrolling down. Woo, sweet Christmas. Oh. I got my print bill last night for Isolation issue number 2 in the guide. I feel your pain, brother. Let's just say I feel your pain. Matt Woods picked up Strange Tales 159 today. Jeremy, congrats to you, brother. What is that? Comic Journey, how you doing? Lucis Comic, hey man, how you doing, man? He says didn't get any books today, but did get Daredevil number 9, the first Echo 9.4. That's a cool cover for $3.99 after the sweet Christmas. You cannot beat a graded comic book for $3.99. That's the story that I would tell. I would not mention a gift certificate or a discount. I would create a video saying I got Echo number 1 9.4 for $3.99. And just roll with it. Just own it, brother. Congratulations to you, brother. That is fantastic. Shout out to the in-laws. If they need another surrogate son-in-law, I am available. I am available to your in-laws, my friend. Just took out my Avengers comics I bought back in 1960. Read numbers 2 through 12. It must be nice to be retired. It must be nice. You can just sit around and read Silver Age comics that you bought as a youth. Number 2 through 12. It must be nice. I cannot wait for the moment when I am retired and can do exactly what you just described. I am not jealous, but I am envious, no doubt about it. Jeremy B picked up Death of Superman reprint 9.8. Congrats to you, brother. Scrolling down through the comments section, seeing what else you guys are. The Paradise is up in here. Paradise is up in here. I don't see her. The Comic Assassin. How you doing, brother? He says, long time. Well, we have been here doing our thing. It is good to see you, brother. I am thankful that you were able to make it out and hang out with us just a little bit. There she is. I had such a pleasure. Such a pleasure meeting her at GarageCon. It is good to see you, my friend. I hope all is well with you and the family. Chuck is up in the house. Chuck, how you doing? So as I mentioned, we are going to basically freestyle. It is I just returned from 2 days with the kids at Great Wolf Lodge, which is a lot. It is a lot. I don't know if you've ever been. Do not go unless you absolutely love your children and can find a way to tolerate other people's children because they are everywhere. But we just got back. My boy's birthday is tomorrow. I need to blow up balloons, wrap presents, help the wife do stuff. So we will keep the show somewhat brief, but we are going to give away some stuff. It is the Christmas spirit, holiday spirit, whatever you want to call it. We're going to give away some stuff, and I'm going to do some trivia. We're going to throw out a couple of trivia questions right now. Shout out to my buddy Doug for hooking me up with a couple of trivia questions that I use to supplement some of my own. If you watch the content on the channel and if you watch Instagram, you will be in a good position to be able to win some prizes. If you don't, you are going to be in trouble. There's a couple that I'll throw out that are not based upon the trivia associated with the channel. It's just general trivia, but they are not necessarily easy questions. I do, however, want to preview some of the prizes that I'm randomly going to give away to people. And I have to give a huge shout out to my folks over at Skybound, who over the last year have hooked me up month after month after month with a lot of really awesome comics that I've been giving back to the comic book community in lots of different ways. And this month will be like every other month. This is something called Lovesick. I've never read this. This is Lovesick issue number 3. It is a Spawn homage cover, and the glare on that is wicked, but this is one of several copies that we are going to give away. Lovesick. Has anybody read that? Let me scroll down to the comment section. I don't know if anybody's read it, but we're going to give that away. Dark Ride issue number 3, another Spawn cover right there. And I have read issue number 1, and I want to say I looked at issue number 2. A cool read here, Dark Ride. I was actually able to do a preview of that before the book actually dropped. They hooked me up with a digital copy, which I enjoyed. Here is another Dark Ride cover right here. Again, issue number 3. Again, all of these are randomly going to be put in a couple of packages that are going to be sent sent out. They've been doing these wonderful posters that may or may not be based upon Disney posters, that may or may not be Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I cannot confirm or deny that. But Dark Ride, really cool poster cover right there. Stillwater issue number 16. It's been a while since I've read this, but I absolutely enjoyed those early issues of Stillwater that I was able to read. Creep Show issue number 3 right there. And I'll tell you, I'm going to intermix into some of these giveaways, some other stuff that I have here around the room. Here is Chroma. Here's a cool Chroma cover right there. And again, this is a square bound book, and this might be one of the ones that was $7.99 that someone mentioned earlier. Here's another Chroma cover. Again, another book that I had an opportunity to do a pre-read of back when it was just a digital PDF. Shout out to my folks over at Skybound. Here's The Walking Dead Deluxe issue number 52 right there. And then a really cool Walking Dead cover here, issue number 52. Looks like a painted cover. I'm not sure who the artist is, but I enjoy that. We are going to give these books away along with the ones that are across the room, along with maybe a copy of The Smart Guide to Comic Collecting, which is the book that Doug and I have put together. This is the New York Comic Con cover, but there's another cover without this up there. And then there is a Wizard Homage cover as well. The Wizard Homage cover is available for immediate shipping. Cover A is actually en route to me. That was the note that I just received. The shipment for Isolation issue number 2 and volume 2 of the Guide to Smart Comic Collecting are being mailed out to me. I should be able to pick them up, I'm guessing, on Monday. I need to read the email because I only saw the headline there. But let's do some trivia. Let me see. All right. So here is the first trivia question. And to make sure that it is fair, we are going to read it and post it up as a text as well. Turbo Ty got his Wizard cover. There you go. That's what's up. Shout out to the artist that worked on that, super talented guy that put his foot down on that cover. I told him, make me look like Bishop, but do not give me the S curl because that would just be wrong for lots of different reasons. All right, so here we go. We're gonna put it up here. We're going to hit the enter button and we're going to read it. The first person to provide me with the correct responses to this that I see, hopefully also confirmed by the blue wrenches, will be the winner. If you happen to win something tonight, send me an email immediately to Regie@RegieCollects.com, reminding me of the question that I asked you. And then I need your contact information for mailing. Ideally, I want to keep this in North America. In North America, it's a Christmas spirit. We are at least going to extend it to our brothers to the north, our brothers and our sisters to the north. All right, so here's the question. I need first name and last name, 2 answers together. Name two creators that have been showcased in my must-have series of videos. There's a series of videos that have come out highlighting must-have comics from major creators, kind of, sort of, maybe organized around Image Comics. I don't know. I'll throw that out there. Most of them. Let me see. I'm waiting for an answer to come in. Victor, how you doing? What does he say? Spawn, not bad. Merry Christmas. I hope I win. Victor got a lot in there. He's like, Spawn, not bad. Merry Christmas. Hope I win. I respect it. I respect it, brother. I am looking for the correct answer. And there it is. The very first answer that I see is from a man, Philtastic. Yes, it is Jim Lee and Todd McFarlane. I've showcased those 2 guys. They are literally the first 2 on my list, but also Will Portacio, Rob Liefeld, and Michael Turner. Those are the 5 creators that have been showcased, mostly organized around Image Comics for lots of reasons, mostly nostalgia, interest. I have a lot of them in the collection as well. So Philtastic, you are the winner. Philtastic, please send me an email to Regie@RegieCollects.com. And happy holidays to you, brother. I will bundle things up. And I'm going to be honest with you, Doug. I had to watch a couple of videos to figure out the correct pronunciation of Will Portacio's name because I did not know how to pronounce it. So I watch a lot of videos and then I practice it and then I record the video and I keep my fingers crossed that I can actually pronounce it the correct way, because there are people that'll be like, you didn't pronounce that right. And I'll be like, well, here's a link to that person pronouncing their name. And yes, I did. I try to get it as right as possible. That does not always happen, but I do try to get it right. So again, huge shout out to my folks over at Skybound/Image for hooking me up with some stuff. We're going to send out some bundles. I may also send a couple of bundles out to Patreon members. Shout out to all the Patreon members that continue to support the channel. I am very appreciative of the support that comes from Patreon. And I try to give back to those folks as best I can. All right. Scrolling through, learning most, what is that? Learn most of these as a kid. You just say it the way your brain hears it. For me anyway, brother. You don't want to hear how my brain hears stuff. You don't want to hear. The Blasters up in here. Shout out to the Blasters. It's good to see you guys. Randy Resnake is up in here. It's good to see you, brother. How you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Welcome. I'm scrolling through some of the names. All right, cool. I'm all caught up. I probably could do a Frank Miller. It's been a while since I've done one of those must-have videos, probably at least a month since I've actually recorded one, maybe closer to a month and a half since I've actually recorded one, not necessarily released. So maybe we will do some Frank Miller. I will even take a note. Hopefully I don't read this note to be that Frank Miller is the winner. But hopefully I will be able to figure it out. All right, let's give away some more stuff. Again, for those folks that are coming in late, we are going to be putting together some bundles to celebrate the holidays with subscribers of the channel. This is basically a no agenda, no attended kind of live stream where we're just going to talk. We're going to give some stuff away and celebrate one another's company. So earlier this week, I do believe I released a reel on the Instagram machine. And for those that saw it, this one should be an interesting one. She-Hulk was almost traded for which DC character? Which DC character almost came over to Marvel Comics back in the 90s? That is the question. And let's see if anybody has watched it. Brooklyn born 718. How you doing, brother? It is good to see you, my friend. Let me see if I can find your name. There you go. Sometimes I go to get the name and it rips away from me. Joe, how you doing? He says, Merry Christmas from Canada. Cleaning and pressing books as I watch. Love your channel, Joe. It is good to have you here. Thank you for spending a little bit of your time to hang out with us. Chuck, I am not steeped in the way of DC Comics, but I do believe that is the real name of Martian Manhunter. Is that, please? I need somebody other than Chuck to confirm that. Because this was the answer I was looking for. Tina's like Martian Manhunter. Thank you, Tina. But I do believe that this is the correct answer. And Chuck's response is actually above Tina's right there. Phil Tastic's message has already come in. Phil, thank you, brother, for being on top of it and hooking a brother up and being responsive. Nothing worse than trying to give away something and people don't respond for like days. Grates my cheese. Chuck, you, sir, are the winner of something. I don't know what it will be, but Chuck H, you, sir, are the winner. Make sure you send me an email, even though I know all of your contact information and also know your family. Send me an email to Reggie@RegieCollects.com with your mailing address, and I will bundle that up for you and get it sent out to you. This is not the right answer, sir. This is not the right answer. It is also not the right answer to turn down an opportunity to appear in this movie. That did not work out well for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who turned down an opportunity to be in Shazam. Did not work. You're going to get put in timeout. Okay. There's no G in Reggie, and it certainly is not silent, Brendan. Okay, sir. No, that was a good one. Well done, brother. It is also not Captain Carrot. That is not the answer. Seth, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Scrolling down through the comments here. Yes, thank you, Doug. Thank you, Doug. I definitely appreciate it. Nerdscape, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Tina's also confirming. Thank you, guys. What does DC stand for? That is not one of the survey. Did you guys notice my trophies back there? They are lit up. They are turning all kinds of wonderful colors back out there. There you go. Vinny, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. I'm scrolling through. Let me see. Let me see. On the board here. Picked up Vanish 4. Cannot recommend it enough. Such a good series from Cates and Ryan Stegman. That's what's up. Says reminds him of the old school 90s image. That's what's up. Scrolling down, I am way behind. Hawaiian punch in your face. How you doing, brother? It is good to see. I'm not touching that. I am not touching that. Austin, it is good to see you, brother. Where did it go? Yeah, Austin. All right, scrolling through. Turbo Todd says he wants to win a leg lamp. That's the one with the like it has a little bit of the skirt on it and the fishnet. We don't have those. We don't have those in stock at all. Oh man, Hawaiian punch in your face. He says this Sunday will be my 5th decade walking the earth in the 616 universe. That's what's up. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday to you, brother. My boy's birthday is tomorrow. His birthday is tomorrow. I feel very bad for all of you people born in the month of December. I got it right. I was born in June. So I split the year. I get the birthday stuff and then the Christmas stuff. It works out quite nicely. Did anybody read the really bad article that was released earlier today? I don't know if it was Variety or Rolling Stone. Somebody wrote an article. My phone's across the room. It basically did not paint a very pretty picture for DC Comics at all. It was a relatively long article that just cited misstep after misstep after misstep for DC Comics. And it was painful. It was honestly painful to read. I sent it to a couple of folks, not to rub their noses in it, but just to say that this has not been a good year for DC, and fingers crossed that things maybe turn around and bounce back for them. Yeah, man. As I said to many people, I've said this to many people, The Rock did not do himself any favor. And I'm a fan of The Rock. I am a fan of The Rock. He did not do himself any favor. He went behind the back of the head of the studio at the time, Walter Hamada, to get Henry Cavill in the movie. And he may have done that because he was trying to get Henry to go back to his ex-wife who was managing him up to a couple of weeks before all of this happened. Maybe he was trying to drum up support for the Black Adam movie by having Henry Cavill come back. But going behind leadership's back never really sits well with leadership or future leadership that may have had some visibility into that. He turned down an opportunity to appear in the Shazam movie, which did not sit well. You would imagine with a lot of people, his movie underperformed. That generally does not sit well with people. So he hasn't necessarily done himself a whole lot of favors, right? But again, I like The Rock, and I do hope that they find a way to work together in the future. I saw Black Adam. It was an okay movie. It wasn't great. Wasn't great at all. It was an okay movie. So fingers crossed that they can figure a way to work together in the future. We shall see. Nerdscape doesn't like him. I dig The Rock as like a family guy, right? I see him, with his kids, and that warms my heart. He's a fitness guy, which was near and dear to my heart for a very long period of my life. So I appreciate aspects of his life. He's a celebrity, man. You get what you get when you start to talk about celebrities. You know what I'm saying? So a couple of people get in on the board with some of their thoughts around some of this stuff. So, hey, I get it, brother. People feel the way that they feel about this stuff. Never make the boss have a reason to be mad. Man, my philosophy, man, is that I never want my manager to be surprised. I never want them to be surprised. So if I mess something up, I rat myself out. I'm gonna check it out. Here's what I just did. Here's why I did it. I think I messed up. I want you to know that I know I messed up, and I want you to hear it from me before you hear it from anybody else. That is how I do it, right? I've worked with this woman off and on for the better part of like 15 years. No, maybe a little bit less than that, maybe 12 years. We have an amazing relationship because I never let her be surprised. And like I could go work for her today if I called her up because we have just such a good relationship. She's never surprised by me. I am honest with her, even when I jack up, and rest assured, I can jack some stuff up. I can jack some stuff up in a heartbeat. The Rock is definitely an influencer. He is an influencer and he recognizes it. He uses social media to his advantage. There is no doubt about it. What he chooses to put out is what he wants you to see. When he pulls up to a van full of people and in his neighborhood and he's like talking to them, that is by design. When he goes to the 7-Eleven or wherever it was in Hawaii and he buys out all the Snickers bars in there, there is something behind it. This is not accidental. This is all purposeful behavior. He's using the media to his advantage, which is why James Cameron shooting the bird to fans just does not make sense. It does not make sense. And again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to make sure you are following me on Instagram or part of the Discord server where you can see these updates that I put out. What is this? Chasing Grails. You're my favorite comic channel and you have helped me so much in my collecting and would love to have Isolation 1. Do you have any for sale? Ooh, signed copies. I think, well, we have some graded copies, I think, that are on the website. What I will say to you is if someone buys a copy of Isolation tonight via the website and sends me an email with their confirmation number, like get your confirmation number after you order, forward me that, ask me to sign it, I will sign it and I will mail it out to you. I think we have, I think the copies of Isolation are still on the website. So yeah, if you do that, I will hook you up, sir. All right. And it has to be tonight because tomorrow I will forget and my life will become chaos. Austin says he is very disappointed in The Rock. Hey, man, again, you are a grown person. I'm assuming you feel the way that you feel. I never tell people how to feel. You feel the way that you feel. I will always have a conversation and debate about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that that's fun to have an exchange with people. But I don't tell people how to feel, man. It's not my gig. Scrolling through, you wrote, let's do this one right here. This is a question that I will throw out again. The first answer that I see correct and spell correct. Let's do spelling on this one. We will give away again something. I don't know what it would be. It might be books from Image or Skybound. They sent me some stuff. It might be some of this stuff. It could be a guide to smart comic collecting. It could be a copy of Isolation. I don't know what it could be, but it will be something. And more importantly, it will be free. So in the Christmas spirit, here you go. What independent title featured the first appearance of Usagi Yojimbo? What independent title featured the first appearance of Usagi Yojimbo? Usagi Yojimbo. Spelling does count on this one. There technically are two right answers. There are technically two right answers to this. And again, spelling will count. I am checking the spelling because I cannot spell all that well. So I am checking the spelling, and there you go. There is the correct answer. Malloy. D. Malloy. You, sir, are the winner. Please send me an email to Regie@RegieCollects.com. There is only one G. There is only one G in Regie. Regie@RegieCollects.com with your screen name, your government name, your mailing address. I will bundle some free stuff up and send it out to you. We may have some Isolation issue number 1 ash cans still around here somewhere. I have to look. Maybe we'll bundle some of that up and send it out to you. Steve, you ain't never lied, my friend. You've never lied to me, Steve. Spelling is indeed hard, no doubt about it. Let me see. I'm scrolling through the comments here. Let me see. That This is not the right answer. No, sir. This is not the right answer. Riddle me something easy, please. Turbo Todd. I don't know what's easy, sir. I don't know what's easy for you, Turbo Todd. Why don't here? Send me a question you want me to ask you, and then I will ask you that question. Okay, that's what we will do, and it is indeed issue number 2. Good job for those folks that were able to throw out the correct answer. The people with the correct answer, including this person, we're not going to talk about that on public air. But yeah, Albuido 2. A couple of people got it right. Shout out to you guys. Definitely appreciate it. Someone knows their trivia. Scrolling down. Go ahead and spell it out. Don't be shy. Did someone say Ashcan? I think I still have some. I have to look around the room here. I need to look to see if it's up in here. There's no isolation number 1. Oh my sweet Christmas. Let me see if I can fix that. I wonder if I turned it off. Pause. Bear with me, people. Let's see if we can unring a bell here. That is not working the way that I want it to work. Let's see if we can get this thing to work. I will try to flip that switch before the night is out. I will try to flip that switch before the night is out. So thankful that Google can man, I'm gonna tell you, I will talk into my smartphone in a heartbeat and ask it to spell some things. The worst is when your kid asks you to spell some words, and I'm like, I think I know how to spell this one. You cannot give your child the wrong words. Let me see. I was scrolling through. Yeah, a 9.8 sign. That absolutely. I think I have some graded copies up there on the website, and if they're not, I will try to turn that stuff on. Give you guys a quick update. An email came through a short while ago from my contacts at the printer after they sent me a very large bill late last night, which absolutely hurt my heart. It appears that Isolation issue number 2 and the Guide to Smart Comic Collecting volume 2 are being mailed out to me. So fingers crossed that I will have those in my hand by Monday and will start shipping to you. Recognize that the premium cover has to be signed by Doug, who is currently in New Jersey. I will have to bundle the books up, send them to New Jersey, get them back from him before I can process those orders. But I will start to process orders as soon as I can, and I will focus on those that I can complete in their entirety, which means that if you have one of the premium covers, you will not get yours right away because I want to send one order to you instead of multiple shipments, but orders will be processed just as soon as I can. All right. So I think that this one is going to be an easy one, Turbo Todd, but you, sir, will be the answer. You, sir, will be the answer to that question. All right. So I'm going to put this up here, and I wish you all luck with this. Again, we've had a couple of winners so far. Make sure if you are a winner, you send me an email to reggie@regiecollects.com with the question that I asked, as well as you can remember screen name, government name, and mailing address. All right, here we go. Frog Boy painted a replica of a famous Jack Kirby cover that Reggie, me, sometimes displays on the wall. What is the comic title and issue number? You can tell that I did not write this. I would not speak of myself in third person. My wife really hates it when Reggie does that. All right, so barely got that one out, and I see lots of answers coming in. I see lots of answers coming in, and the very first correct answer that I see is my man Richard. Richard V, you, sir, are the winner of something. Richard V, you, sir, are the winner of something. Please send me an email. Shout out to Frog Boy, who I met him at Berkeley Comic-Con several years ago. He comes up to me and he says, "Hey, do you have a couple of minutes to talk?" At the moment, I think I was talking to somebody or filming. I can't remember. I was like, "Hey, I'm going to come over and talk to you in a second." I go over and talk to him. He says, "I want to give you a painting. I want to give you a painting." And I'm like, I looked at the paintings he had there, and who turns down a Jack Kirby, right? So I got, he ended up after the show, he came over to my house when I lived in California, hand delivered this wonderful painting to me, which I promptly hung up on the wall to display. We had it boxed up and transported when we moved across country, and it literally hides behind this wall off to the side. And I had a chance to break it out when I had a cosmic wall. So Frog Boy, incredibly talented guy. It is not a poster. It is a hand painted recreation of famous covers. And to my knowledge, at the time, he was only doing one recreation of a cover. So no two will exist. You can only get one of Fantastic Four issue number 49, which I think is really cool that he found a way to limit it even in those early days. And I think that may hold true to this day. I honestly don't know. Somebody may have to talk to him or ask him. I have no clue how much they cost. So please don't ask me that, because I have no clue. JD, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Scrolling through, Frog Boy is my hero. That's what's up. Scrolling through. Let me see. Hooker for life. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it out there. I think it's a fisherman term. That's how I'm going to look at it. Fisherman term. Had a Usagi Yojimbo action figure as a kid. He was my favorite. I wish I knew back then that there was a comic book. I would have snagged a copy. Talk about opportunity. Man, don't even get me started on shoulda, woulda, coulda from my childhood. Don't get me started on missed opportunities, my friend. Scrolling through, it's really great poster. Whatever it costs, really thought a lot of people are like, hey, what's that poster? Where'd you get that poster? It's not a poster. It's actually a painting. It's actually a hand painted thing by a guy that does not think that he's an artist, but he is wrong. He is absolutely an artist, even though he does not think that way. Adam painted an awesome FFF. I didn't know that. I really do dislike all these people with lots of talents. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I dislike these people. So I'm just going to use some artificial intelligence engine, and I will then call myself an artist and a creator, and I will release all kinds of stuff and try to get copyright protection as I build upon the talents of others. That's how we're going to roll. Artificial intelligence is the future, and I too will be a comic book artist. How about that? It does, man. Oh, thank you, brother. Definitely appreciate that. Jerry the Jitterbug. Some cool stuff, man. We have won a total of 10 awards from the Comic Book Community Award committee, organization, however you want to frame it up. The channel is the most winning YouTube channel out there for comics, and I am very appreciative of the committee, of Brian, who organized this thing, of all of the people that nominated and voted for me. It is awesome, and I am very appreciative. I will tell you that. Man, so many horror stories of this. So many horror stories. All right. How many have we given away so far? We've given away 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we've given away 4 bundles already. Let me make sure that I color these so I can keep track of what I've done, because the last thing I want to do is to overextend myself. And as a reminder, if you are a member of Patreon, I'm going to try to bundle some things up and send things out to Patreon members. Some of these freebies and things that I have here in the office, I'll try to hook you guys up as a thank you to each one of you. Oh, I did that one too. So wait a minute, how many have I done? I have to keep track of this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think it is 4. Okay, good. All right, let me see. Okay, how about this one? This one is for those folks out there that watch TV shows and that know celebrity names. I'll be honest with you, I don't know celebrity names at all, but there are some of you out there that pay attention in ways that I do not. So here is the question, and again, this giveaway stuff is available to folks in North America. Who plays Clark Kent in the TV show Smallville? Who is it that plays? I need first and last name for the person that plays Clark Kent in the Smallville TV show. There was a new award. I think it's called the Izzy Award. At least it's new to me. One of the questions that they had in there was, what comic of 2020 basically incited the most FOMO? Which comic incited the most FOMO in 2020? I voted for the Eminem cover because The FOMO was real with that one for a lot of people, no doubt about it. Let me see. I'm scrolling through the dude from Teen Wolf. Blue, I don't know who you're talking about. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't know who that is, sir. I don't know. There should not be any comics to go boxes available. Though the comics to go boxes. Yes, the comics to go boxes, chasing grails. This is a customer that I think I'm really going to like. I'm really going to like this type of customer that likes to ask questions about the products that I offer up on regiecollects.com. Comics to go boxes are storage boxes. They are storage boxes with magnetic closure that allow you to transport about 15 comics to and fro wherever you might want to go. If you go to a con and you have a book bag, you might want to protect your comics. You can do it that way. If you are traveling to and fro from a LCS and you got to put your comics in the car, in the trunk, in the seat next to you, Comics to Go storage box is a really great way to transport your comics safely. The artwork that is on there was a project that I commissioned. It was my very first, I do believe, very first variant cover that we did a couple of years ago. I turned that artwork into a cover for the storage box, a box that I had made in China, had it made from the ground up in China. This is not the correct answer, sir. This is not the correct answer, Matt Woods. Not at all. Richard, you, sir, have already won. So you are ineligible, sir. You are ineligible to actually win a second time. I see a person that has scored it. Tom, Doug Bratton, you, sir, are the winner. Doug, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if you want the prize, sir. Feel no pressure from me. If you want it, I will hook you up. But I like to be courteous and ask the people if they want it. If you want it, let me know. I'm going to write your name down right now. And again, Doug did supply me with questions. This is not one of his questions, and he had no clue that I was going to ask this. So I want to be super clear about that. This is the Clark Kent question, and Tom Welling is the answer, and Doug Bratton is the winner. Doug Bratton, make sure I spell that correct. Doug Bratton is the winner. Let me scroll down to make sure. There's let me see. No, he didn't. You were the only person I actually reached out to for questions. I have my own, but I was like, let me get a little bit of input from somebody else that may think about this stuff a little bit differently than I. So he had nothing to do with it. He had nothing. Richard's like, I defer. Go to the next one. Thank you, brother, for having that wonderful spirit. I had already passed you up. I had already passed you by, sir. Scrolling through. Let me see. Doug says, pass it on to the next person. You, sir, are a good man and a scholar. Let me scroll up and let me see who the next person was. Zim. So this was Doug, and then Zim follows right after that. Zim, I'm going to assume that you want this. And again, send me an email to Regie@regiecollects.com. There is only one G in Regie, not two, and certainly not a silent G. Certainly not a silent G. Zim double O, please send me an email to Regie@regiecollects.com. He says, yes, please. I respect that. Yeah, hit me up. Yeah, that's fine. Hit me up, brother. No worries. Everything gets processed through the website. I don't take orders. Everything gets processed through the website, but I will try to activate isolation issue number 1 on the website so that you can actually check it out. All right. So let me go. For those folks that are coming in a little bit late, we are doing a little bit of trivia in the spirit of the holidays that are here. We're just giving away some stuff. The folks over at Skybound have hooked me up with some really awesome comics. Stillwater, some Dark Ride, multiple copies of Dark Ride. There's some, we have some Walking Dead here, something called Love Sick, which I've never heard of, I never read before, but it is a really cool cover. We have this is just probably a quarter of what is sitting across the room, but we're going to bundle up a bunch of stuff. We're going to send it out to people. Maybe there'll be some copies of the Guide to Smart Comic Collecting in there. Maybe some copies of Isolation will be in there. I don't know what it'll be. but it will be free. That is what I can promise you. I will be paying for the shipping to anyone in North America. Happy holidays, people. All right, let me go. The new name is only 1G Collects. Brother, I still have a feeling that people will still spell my name incorrect. My name literally is on my shirt and people will spell it incorrectly. It is what it is. It actually doesn't bother me that much. All right, so we're gonna do another trivia question. I think that this one is a movie TV show kind of thing. Hopefully folks will be able to figure this one out. I think it's a good one. That paste job did not work. All right, so here we go. In GI Joe Revenge of Cobra, what was the weapon that Destro created for manipulation of the weather? What was it? The weather manipulation device used by Destro. I sent all email to Reggie. How many G's is that? Is that like 5 G's? GI Joe Revenge question. Again, if you happen to be one of the winners tonight, make sure you send me an email as soon as possible to Reggie@regiecollects.com. Screen name, government name, mailing address. I will bundle some stuff up and send it out to you guys. Man, you better stop playing with my name. I'm scrolling. Put some respect. Put some respect on my name. Let me see. That is the correct answer. Scarecrow 7. Scarecrow 7 is on the board. Scarecrow 7 with the correct answer. It is the Weather Dominator. The Weather Dominator is the correct question or the correct answer. So congrats to you again. Shout out to all the winners so far. There have been 1, 2, I think 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6 winners so far. Technically, you're all winners, but only 6 of you so far are going to get presents for me, which means the rest of you have been not necessarily nice. That's all that I'm going to say to you about that. Again, huge shout out to the printer who finally is shipping copies of Isolation issue number 2 out to me, as well as copies of the Guide to Smart Comic Collecting. 88 pages of comic book goodness. I will tell you right now, the Guide to Smart Comic Collecting is a rather heavy document. Like, it's 88 pages, not including the covers. Right now, shipping on that book is only $2, and I'm doing that as a little bit of an enticement to get people to actually buy the guide. Once I actually have the books in hand, we're going to increase the price where I won't be covering part of the shipping, which means that I think shipping will be like $5 or something like that. Not crazy, but you have an opportunity, if you buy before I get the books in my hand, to pick up the guide and save yourself a couple of bucks at least on shipping, because I will be covering part of the shipping for folks. We will have on the website, hopefully tonight, Isolation issue number 1 available for people to be able to buy. Maybe I took it down or deactivated it. I will be putting that back up there for folks that have not picked up issue number 1. I feel like it's there, and maybe somebody could not find it, but I will confirm tonight. I'm in Canada. So here's the thing, Scarecrow. We like Canadians. We treasure Canadians. We appreciate our neighbors to the north, and we are not going to isolate you up there in the frozen tundra just because shipping will be incredibly expensive. That I will not do that to my brothers up there to the north. So, Scarecrow, make sure you send me an email to Reggie@regiecollects.com with your screen name, government name, and your mailing address, and I will bundle this up to you. Herman says, are the rest of us getting digital coal in our stockings courtesy of Regie Collects? Well done. I wasn't ready, Herman. I wasn't ready for that. Wind chill will be minus 35. No. I just refuse. I refuse to live in an environment where you get 35. No, my brother. Okay. I will not do it. So there's a question here. Do you know, here's the thing. I don't think that that's correct. 26,000 Todd McFarlane autographs coming to the market. That is not correct. That is not correct. And why do I say that? A lot of the people that sent books in are getting those books signed for their personal collections. They're getting those books signed for their personal collections, so there will not be a massive influx of those books hitting the market. The other thing that I will say is that in the event that you have somebody that got multiple copies signed in order to make a profit, more than likely they're going to release those in a controlled manner so as to not flood the market, right? They're going to eke them out in dribs and drabs. But I would say, you probably want to look at the data. Look at what the data says, that, what happens after all of these signings. Do we see a massive influx of these books hitting the market, and do prices take a tumble? I don't know that we've seen that, right? I will tell you that I have some good information about certain things in terms of quantities of things that have been signed, and I haven't necessarily seen that happen in the past. And I won't be more specific than that, but I do not think that this is necessarily going to happen. Um, Again, Spawn books are holding value, which is a little surprising. I do a couple of series that look at the value of comics. Spawn issue number 1 is kind of sort of maintaining its value in a lot of respects, where other comics of its like are not maintaining value. So I don't know that we're going to see it. It's a wonderful question. I just don't know that we're going to see it. Scrolling through some of the comments here, brother, I'm going to be honest with you. If I had an opportunity to sign some books for $75 a pop, I would there you go. I didn't read the last part of it. Yes. A heavy wallet makes everything better. It really does. You take breaks, you drink water, you stretch it, you rub some Bengay on it, and you keep going. You spread it out over a couple of days and you make that magic happen. Shout out Todd McFarlane. People absolutely love Todd McFarlane. They love Todd McFarlane. Will there ever be? I think there will be. I don't think that it's going to happen anytime soon, right? I think that they hired some writers, and some writers are working on a script. I think that it will still take some time. The current economy is not conducive. It is not conducive to some of this stuff. I think one of the other things is, what might help this movie get made is if Todd makes some concessions on him actually directing it. He has made it known, I do believe, that he actually wants to direct it. It's going to be tough for people to want to give lots of money to a first-time director to release a movie when the box office is doing what it's doing right now. The box office is not very good, generally speaking, right? Yes, Avatar has brought in $550 million globally, but the box office generally is not in a good place. So I don't know. I think it will get made. I think that it's probably going to take some time before it actually happens. And again, Tom McFarlane, as talented as he is, may have to make some concessions to give up some of the creative control to make this magic happen. So we shall see. We shall see. What is that? Scrolling through. Oh, sweet Christmas. Sweet Christmas. All right. So let's do one more trivia question. And then we're gonna wrap this thing up. I need to go help the wife with some stuff. The boy's birthday is tomorrow. So we have work to do. The elves don't move themselves. My wife is an extremely creative person. She's come up with some really awesome stuff for these elves. I am constantly impressed by her creativity. So here we go. This is honestly a question that just about anybody can get, especially if they've been around the channel for a little while. If there is a technical difficulty with my channel, who is to blame? Who is to blame? I will take their real name or their AKA. Either one will actually work. Either one will work. And again, if you are the winner of any of these prizes, please send me an email to Reggie@regiecollects.com. And I will bundle some stuff up and send it over to you. It is not Spider-Man, sir. It is not Spider-Man. Let me see. The first answer, that is actually close to being true, Richard. That is close to being true. He is the bane of my existence in so many ways. This guy is just a wonderful human being. He is just a wonderful human being, and also a wonderful drinking game. Matt Woods. Scrolling through, let me see if I have the correct answer. There it is. Clyde the Glide. that has pressing issues is the winner. Clyde, congratulations to you, brother. The Gibbon is often to blame for technical issues. And honestly, it's been great. We haven't had as many technical issues in a couple of years like we used to have. Back in California, we had a whole lot of problems. So there you go. Shout out to Doug for helping me to come up with a couple of questions. I want to thank everybody out there that watches this channel, that takes the time to watch the videos. This year has been a fantastic year, and in a lot of ways, we won some awesome prizes. We've put out some great videos. We've had some wonderful conversations. We've had fantastic guests over the course of this year. And I am very appreciative for all of the success that we have had thus far. Fingers crossed that we can continue to be successful into the next year. We have one additional video that is going to be coming out this week. It is on comic book hacks. But what I will say is that if you haven't watched the videos that have come out thus far this week, I want to encourage you to go back and watch some of those videos. There is some good content that is out there. I want to encourage people to continue checking out the content, watching as much of the content as you can, giving the videos thumbs up, commenting on the videos. We may not agree on a lot of things, but that's actually okay. Engaging with the content is good for the algorithm, which means that it is good for the channel, which means it puts me in a position to be able to continue putting out good content. I will tell you that our industry in a lot of ways is suffering. We have comic shops that are going out of business. We have comic publishers that are going out of business. We have creators that are not being paid. We have vendors that are that supply things for comics, that are part of comics, that are going out of business. People are being laid off. And so I just encourage people to be as supportive as possible to the things that you want to see continue into the future. Be as supportive as you possibly can, especially in tough economic times, because that's when your assistance is needed the most. I saw a post the other day from an LCS owner that is having some tough times. Somebody came in, bought a bunch of stuff, and allowed that stuff to be given away as free gifts to other people that are having tough times. If you love something, if you enjoy something, if you treasure it, support it as best you can in a way that makes sense for you. You know what I'm saying? With that said, if you guys need to reach out to me for whatever reason, you can do so on Instagram. If you want to continue the conversation, make sure you head over to the Discord server. The Discord server every single day is full of some really great people that are having some conversations about collectibles, about cleaning, pressing, whatever it happens to be. There is a room over on the Discord server. And like I said, if you guys need me, I am not too hard to find. Take care.
My body ate itself until it found its passion. They got fat while we starved, but it's power in fasting. Until I turn to ashes, I remain stoic through my rap heroics. I painted 10,000 poems, then I drank the potion of poetry and motion. I started choking, it was potent. My throat chakra downloaded, knowledge hungry. I was embarrassed I could ask my parents for money when I had a full tummy. So I asked for wisdom, better than crypto, sweeter than honey. I don't take it for granted, I don't wear capes and masks.